very good highway striping. And there are regulations and studies that prove this, and I've been talking to Ulster County about doing it to improve things. We don't want to put a 40-minute delay to get to Bel Air. You know, that's nowhere near reality. That's fear and resistance and anger. And if you have anything to say, then just come to the meetings and contribute. We're not some kind of weirdos that are trying to control everything. We're just trying to make the Catskill Park and the town of Olive part of this community.
Excuse me. It's fear. It's wrong. It's this. Don't diagnose this audience for being aware of the danger of another level of government. For heaven's sakes, you're talking about things that cost a lot of money. For instance, when you say federal money, oh, it's federal money, oh, it's state money, oh, it's a grant, all those things are intrinsically immoral, because that means taxpayers have been so overtaxed that there is money to throw at people who spent 30 meetings together.
We don't want money.
You're a painter. Why weren't you painting signs instead of writing 130 pages? Why the heck were you?
Glenda, can I interrupt you for a moment?
Let me finish, because although I have interrupted people, I apologize. But they're going on about signs, and I know you haven't had a chance. It's everything you didn't like, Mr. Lamond, in the other plan. And I didn't even make my point before. You all, and I'm really impressed, I didn't know how much time you all put. I would love to volunteer for that stuff, but I faint when I see blood, so I can't, and thank you. And I really do appreciate it. Right now we have somebody, Ms. Chase here, you're very involved with this, and you fought us for 5 years to have, don't talk about safety. When your partner here fought for 5 years for us not to have cell phones. Number one, not to have cell phones. So, I mean, the chances of not having blood on your hands, if doing something like that is pretty amazing. Number two, I want to say something.
Cut her off. Glenda, I need you to Glenda.
Traffic calming devices will cause
This is not the time and place for your comment. This is if you have comments about this, then you go to one of their meetings and you talk to them about it.
I want to talk to you people about
it.
it.
Just as valued as their opinion, and it holds just as much weight as Alan's opinion, as Mr. Selkowitz' opinion, as everybody else, and everybody else that does not come to this meeting. Their opinions count too.
I want to talk to my town board members. I want to talk to the people who are going to vote on this. You are the people who are going to vote on it, and I'm looking at people, when you combine the desire to slow traffic when somebody in Shandaken is giving birth, and they're going through a traffic calming device, and also, if you had had your way, they wouldn't have had a cell phone in their hand. I have no faith in the collaborative whatsoever.
That's not true, Glenda. I was on the board with Helen, and off the board with Helen, and that is not true. Helen did most of the research for the towers. This is...
All right, is there anyone here who's going to back me up on the cell phones? Cindy?
We had so many barriers put in front of us by Helen, unfortunately.
Helen did start the process before we came on the board, Cindy.
I know. We had moratoriums to the point where we were almost sued because we had moratoriums.
I tend to disagree with you.
Okay, I think we're all going off on this thing here. There's a lady in the back that has a scarf around her neck that's been waving her hand here for the last 20 minutes. So she's worth at least 10 pages.
Thank you. I'm really new to the town of Olive, and I really would like to say to everyone, let's try to be a little more polite. I think that this has gone a little too far. Peter, I want to thank you for all of your hard work. I work with you professionally. I know that you have your heart and soul in this, and I do not believe that your 100+ page document was a waste of anyone's time. And I recognize that the collaborative is a collaborative of volunteers who are concerned citizens who may have very differing opinions, and they may be presenting to you town members something that you disagree with. But that does not mean they deserve your disrespect. That's all I have to say.
Yes, sir, and that's gonna be the end of this scenic highway
Is
thing.
this going to be electable, votable by the people of Olive?
Whatever the regulations are here, this is the start of meetings. This is not the last meeting, we will have many more meetings, and whether I don't believe so, no, if you want an answer, I don't believe that's the way it works, does it?
When I asked you whether it's going to be votable, is what I asked
In
you.
other
It's going to
words,
be yes or no.
if there'd be a referendum on it?
Yeah.
No, right?
No.
I don't think so.
So it's not up to us.
I think not.
So that doesn't mean it isn't gonna go. You know, this is where we get in trouble all the time. All the time please don't make me say it. I've just had about enough. I'm ready for a nervous breakdown between you people and FEMA and the NCRS and everybody else that comes around with all their ideas of how things should be. And I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're talking, but I don't want to go on about cell phones that are, the thing is over with. Please, excuse me and live with it, because that's the way it is. We got committee reports, parks and recreation. Oh, they don't listen, that's all. It's easy enough.
The rec committee usually doesn't meet in December. The basketball program is going on. We will get back and meet in January and start discussing the summer rec program and all the other wonderful programs we do.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, wonderful. Police department.
Okay, monthly report for November, excuse me. Abandoned 911 calls, 3. Lockout assist, 1. Larcenies, 1. Medical emergencies, 15. Motorist assist, 3. Neighbor disputes, 1. Automatic alarm, 7. Burglaries, 1. Criminal mischief, 1. Motor vehicle accidents, 5. Civil matters reported, 1. Check the welfare, 2. Shots fired complaints, 3. That should
Hey,
calm
Donnie,
down.
will you please, could you stop Donnie there for a minute? You coming back? I'm sorry.
That's okay. Let's see, the shots fired complaint should calm down. Hunting season's over pretty much. Domestic disputes, 2. Suspicious property, 1. Erratic operations, 9. Trespassing complaints, 2. Injured deer, 1. B&T complaints, 1. Wires down, 1. Harassment complaints, 1. 911 calls, 28. Miscellaneous calls, 3. Total arrests, 1. Misdemeanors, 1. Uniform traffic tickets, 9. Total monthly calls, 106. And I just want to ask, seeing my wife's here, I want to ask her, is that erratic operations? Is that you?
Only once.
She had some problems with the wrist operation, that's why I had to give her a little bit of the business there.
Sylvia, we have a fire department.
No, not tonight. I didn't receive one.
Highway,
No report, but they're getting ready for the snow this year.
What snow?
transfer station,
No report.
That's it.
town clerk.
For November, there were $1,535.67 in conservation licenses, $100 in dog licensing, $5,750 in transfer station fees, of which $530 was for permits, $5,220 for cards, zoning fees $175, planning fees $52, police fees $10, for a total of $11,440.67. One wonderful thing happened this month is that the Fern, and her last name's escaping me, at Dr. McGill's office over at Onteora, had called, and they had a wonderful book from the 1880s, 1882 it starts through, I think, 1886. It's very delicate, but it's in the Winchell School District, and they had it in their possession, and they have just given it to the Town of Olive Archives. It is, the script in it is beautiful, and a part of it, the people's names and their attendance records, and it's so meticulously done, and as I say, it's 1882.